Operation Dirtbag in Florida, as you can see in my hat right here, leads to the arrest of over 150 illegal aliens who are sex offenders. Going to talk about that. And also, Charlotte, North Carolina is the next big city to be targeted. Let's check it out.
Also breaking out of Florida today, ICE and Florida law enforcement announcing Operation Dirtbag, which may be even too nice a term for some of these individuals that they have taken into custody. They've arrested more than 200 criminal illegal aliens during the 10-day crackdown as part of this operation. Some of the worst, convicted of sexually abusing young children and attempted murder. Many of them still in America years after immigration judges ordered their removals. That never happened. Watch.
Over the last 10 days, we have removed 54 sexual predators, 164 offenders of sexual crimes, 2 convicted murderers.
This operational criminal return is another fine example of what exactly the President Trump said. Let's get the worst of the worst out of our country.
Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons is standing by with more on this operation. But first, to correspondent Brooke Taylor reporting live from Dallas. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Martha. Yeah, this was a 10-day operation targeting criminal illegal migrant sex offenders and the goal to take them off the streets of Florida. Take a look at this video we have of showing these arrests here. This was a partnership between ICE Miami and also the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They dubbed this Operation Dirtbag. As you mentioned, in total, they arrested 250 illegal migrants. Again, this is just in a 10-day span. ICE says that includes 54 sexual predators, 164 offenders of sexual crimes, and 2 convicted murderers.
These heinous criminals have gone and attacked children at their most vulnerable state, and law enforcement has stepped up to the plate to remove them from the communities.
That is running around in our country, and we got to expel that from our country.
Florida just got a lot safer with these dirtbags off of the streets.
And here's a look at some of the worst who were arrested as
And maybe traffic got a little lighter too.
part of this Operation Dirtbag: child predators, rapists, and violent criminal illegal migrants with convictions that range from sexual assault of minors to battery and attempted homicide. Now, this was all part of the 287G partnership, Martha, and that basically allows local law enforcement to go up and question anyone that they suspect is here illegally and then make that arrest. They hope that other states learn from this and they also start to implement that 287G program, which, as you saw here, could lead to many arrests.
Yeah. Brooke, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Many departments here in Texas have become a part of 287G. Now, as I've talked about before, Dallas rejected it. They rejected $25 million from ICE to partner with them and take care of illegal aliens, or help take care of illegal aliens. All right, so now after that great operation done in Florida, a lot of sex offenders, predators, sexual predators off of the streets, people with attempted murder charges or whatever else they have going on. Charlotte, North Carolina looks like it is next to be targeted. They've gone to Chicago and done some work there, as Border Patrol has. Now looks like Charlotte is next on the list. Let's check it out.
Charlotte, North Carolina is the next city that will be impacted by immigration enforcement operations. Lawmakers there holding a press conference this morning, voicing their concerns.
No person should have to live under the dark cloud of fear, especially when all you want is to live the American dream.
How many people has she taken into her home?
Which has now become a nightmare.
The exact timing of this operation remains unknown, but according to reports, Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino is still leading the charge, leaving Chicago and now heading south. Let's get out to News Nation's Allie Bradley, who joins us live there along the border. you spoke with another Border Patrol chief about interior operations, including Bovino's move from Chicago to Charlotte. So what are we learning about what this will look like?
Yeah, we spoke exclusively with the Border Patrol Chief Mike Banks, who says he supports Chief Gregory Bovino in his efforts despite months of controversy. Now, we know Chief Gregory Bovino is en route to North Carolina right now to Charlotte. They're expected to be there as soon as tomorrow, according to sources. And we can expect to see similar operations like what we have in both Los Angeles and Chicago, where things have gotten a little bit inflammatory. Take a listen to what Chief Banks had to say.
Everything we do is targeted enforcement. Even in a Home Depot parking lot, we know who we're looking for in that parking lot. We're going after that criminal alien that we've got the intelligence on, we've done the research on, and we have what we call collaterals, which are those other illegals that are in that area. And so it should be no surprise that if you target a criminal illegal alien, you're going to find other individuals that are illegally in this country and out of status, because criminal illegal aliens prey on the illegal alien community, expecting that they won't be reported. Every time we have major operations in the interior of the United States, our entries decrease because we're.
I mean, he's exactly right. He is spot on with what he said about when they have intelligence on people and they go after them, and then you're going to have collateral damage. That's a part of it. So when they're targeting these hardened criminals, yeah, you're going to have somebody who's maybe has not committed as many crimes and they've been in the country for 10, 15 years, but they become a part of that. And they know that people, or they feel that people that here, other people here in the country illegally, will not report the crimes committed because they don't want to get deported or anything like that. So they target those communities.
Sending a clear message.
And that's something that the left seems to fail to realize.
No longer do you just get past the Border Patrol on the border. We are the United States Border Patrol.
So Banks says they currently have more than 2,000 agents spread across more than 25 cities in the U.S. They're not retreating back to the border anytime soon. The chief says they actually have a long list of volunteers for every mission that's supplementing ICE on the interior.
I know from every agent I speak to on a daily basis, they were disgusted that they were forced to let people into this country without proper vetting, even though the prior administration under Joe Biden was claiming they were vetted. And they see this as an opportunity to right a wrong.
Now, the mayor of Charlotte is expressing concern over the deployment. But when it comes to congressional lawmakers, Nicole, kind of a mixed bag, because one representative, Representative Adams, says they are concerned, but Representative Moore says he is welcoming the federal deployment. This, of course, comes as down at the border, we're still seeing about 1,300 gotaways a month and around 8,000 encounters every single month, something Chief Banks says is unacceptable. Nicole.
All right, News Nation's Allie Bradley monitoring it all for us there along the southern border. Thank you.
Thank you for.
I mean, that's something. That is something right there that we're only seeing 8,000 a month of people trying to cross over. And 1,300 gotaways is far too many. It should be zero. But you put that in comparison with what it was before under the previous guy, how many gotaways happened under him? So I'm going to just go through the fiscal year 2023. This is from Federal for Immigration Reform. The spike in gotaways began immediately after President Biden's installment in fiscal year 2020, the last full year of the Trump administration. The U.S. Customs Border Protection recorded 136,000 gotaways. The following year, the last 8 months of which were under Biden, that figure jumped to 387,398. By fiscal year 23, number exploded to 670,000 gotaways. That's insane, representing a 409% increase over the final 4 year of the Trump administration. In contrast, during the 11 years before President Biden took office, spanning the Obama and Trump administrations, a combined total of 1.4 million known gotaways gained entry to the United States. That's pretty crazy that this in 1 year alone, if you look at this chart, right here, you can see where, so Trump gets in office 2017, you have 104,000. Going back to Obama, yeah, it's relatively little compared to what it became. You even had it down to 86,000 in fiscal year 2011. And then we go to when Biden takes the helm, and then 387, 606 the following year in 2022, and then 670,000 gotaways. So that's crazy. That's insane. And that's why we have had an explosion of people in the country illegally, is because so many people got away. Then that doesn't include the people that they just released into the country. So who knows how many are here who got here from 2021 to early 2025. It's crazy stuff. But it takes a lot of work. This is not going to be something that's going to be taken care of overnight. That's why you have to have targeted enforcement. You go to these big cities where you have a lot of these hardened criminals, gang members, rapists, all these other sexual predators and offenders, people who maybe don't have criminal records, but they have not been caught, or they committed crimes in their home country. So you have to have targeted enforcement going to these big cities, Los Angeles, Chicago, Charlotte, and start at the top, get the worst of the worst, and then you're going to have collateral damage, like Mike Banks said, who is the former border czar here in the state of Texas. He got a promotion, got picked up by the Trump administration, and left his post here in Texas. He did great work while he was here, but he has a much more important job now. But anyway, yeah, so that's huge. When I see these stories like this of these violent criminals getting thrown out of the country, each one represents means that the country is getting a little bit safer. Whatever state you live in, Florida, Texas, where I live, Arizona, Iowa, Wyoming, Colorado, wherever you live, Maryland, you get 100 people off the streets. Each time you have one of these 100 or even 200 or even more. We had 1,500 here down in Houston recently taken off the streets. Your community just got safer, and that should help out with some of the housing costs as well. And in the long run, hopefully that helps out. But we'll see what happens at the end of the year. Then going into next year. And yeah, good work so far. But Charlotte, North Carolina, you're next on the map. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Thank you. Take care.